We're gonna press convoke and stuff's gonna go away. Probably. High possibility. Killer. We'll go on you. No interrupt, please. No interrupts. Ah, there's Bubble. Really wish we one-shot the rogue or something there. That's okay. Oh yeah, I forgot I have a legendary on this guy, man. Feels weird. Feels weird. So yesterday was pretty much the complete struggle of trying to get a legendary memory, but I didn't get it. I'm currently trying to get the 100% crit legendary on my rogue, but it's really not dropping. I ran 10 heroic runs, didn't get it. And also I can't get into a Mythic 5 run unless like I have a viewer with a high item level like in my group. Because most times people don't want a super undergeared, you know, sub-rogue for some reason in their Mythic group. I have no clue why, it's just beyond me. So sad. So sad when my Starfall runs out. I actually love this legendary, man. It makes my dots hit so hard. I can only imagine once I'm more geared, it's just gonna be crazy. God, Boomy's so fun. I am gonna play Feral at some point as well. It's gonna be an arena, though. I feel like, in general, Feral's a lot more... I guess it's easier to pick up an arena, mainly because it's a melee. And Boomy's, like, I don't know. It's kind of hard because people can line of sight and stuff, but... Which brings me on to my next point somewhat. If any of you have watched my Twitch streams, you'll know for the past... I don't know, months, years, I don't know. Time just flies at this point. It's probably more like years, but I was really consistent with streaming for a little bit. During kind of the Legion time for him, and... For some time now, it's just been... more or less hard. Not hard for me. Not, I'd say, as much recently, but like... in recent times of... like, you know, 2019. Late/early 2020. It was hard for me to just, like, turn on the stream. And even record sometimes, I don't know. And I guess it just comes down to, like, I want video games to be... I suppose not a chore. And I don't even want to say that YouTubing and streaming is a chore, because it's definitely not. It's essentially just hanging out with friends. But, like, it got to the point where I was doing it so much, and it was the only thing I was doing, where it felt like a chore. I really didn't like that, and that's why my streaming became inconsistent. I still kind of continued on with YouTube, because I really never, ever want to quit YouTube, sincerely. I see myself doing it. I don't know, till YouTube dies, I guess. If it ever does, I don't think it ever will. But, streaming became a chore, especially for BFA, and some of Shadowlands, especially when I was, like, leveling at the beginning of this expansion, it really did feel just like, I have to do this, otherwise, you know, I won't be able to more or less make rent, pretty much. And I guess that's why it felt like a chore, too. But, I recognize the opportunity I have here of being able to stream and like being able to YouTube, and how very, very, very few people actually get even close to the amount of support I get for doing this, and especially for the content I'm putting out, which is me rambling every day. Like the amount of support I get for this type of video, and even on stream too, the amount of support I get on stream and on YouTube is absolutely outrageous to me. Like, I never thought I'd get to the point where I am now, where this is essentially my job, I suppose. And that kind of brings me on to my next point. I feel like most people would be like, or have the thought process of, they know they can make it full-time on YouTube, or Twitch, or something like that. And I guess I had that thought for a little bit. I was thinking to myself, like, oh, I'm really, like, for the rest of my life, I just want to do YouTube and Twitch and play World of Warcraft. Which, you know, if it's saying it now, it kind of sounds silly a little bit. And I say it sounds silly because I sincerely think it's not something I could do my whole entire life. And, like, look back on when I'm, like... Even, like, when I'm 30, I'm 23 right now. If, like, even if I look back on my 20s when I'm 30, and I'm like, all I did was stream and play YouTube and play video games, I feel like I will have some regrets. Even though it is very, very fun, and like I've mentioned, it is a very, very good opportunity, and that very few people get to have. But at the end of the day, like, it feels weird to say, but, like, it didn't make me sad, but it made me... It made World of Warcraft not enjoyable, as it always was. And I feel like WoW's been the thing that I can play or do. And just, like, all other things in my mind just kind of go away, and I just don't think about it. And, like, that kind of period of time where I was streaming, and, like, struggling to stream every day, or, like, you know, streaming every 6 days, and, like, just taking random absences and stuff like that. I guess I was just struggling with, like, more or less just slightly being sad, but also just World of Warcraft's not really bringing a lot of, like, the happiness it used to bring me, and or feeling like a chore. So recently I've just kind of, like, made up the mind that I'm still gonna stream and do YouTube when I can, but it's not gonna be my 100% focus anymore. I do want to do and, like, actually have a real-life career, who would have thought? Because I feel like World of Warcraft won't last forever, and Twitch won't last forever. And I feel like it's not only beneficial for me to have, like, actual real-world skills, but I also feel like having real-world skills when it comes to, like, IT or computers or even engineering or, like, something like that, it would be something I could, like, pretty much look back at and still have a sense of accomplishment. And then, of course, like, doing YouTube and streaming on the side of that it'll mostly just be like, oh, this is playing World of Warcraft is fun. It's just, like, a thing I get to do and an opportunity I still get to have. So it'd be like part-time job, streaming, YouTube, other part-time actual job, but that's kind of my explanation as to why I didn't stream for some time and why I've kind of been struggling to stream recently. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, description, bell thing, Twitch, Twitter, all those things. Till next time, take it easy, guys.